So today we're going to talk about story problems. Okay, section 9.4, and I'm going to warn you, these are a little tough.
I probably won't be good at them.
So now up there on the board, you're going to see the question. It says, what is the longest stick that will fit inside a 24 by 30 by 18-inch box? And so what we need to do is we need to think about, okay, we've got a box, right? We need to think about how can we fit the longest stick, because obviously it's going to be bigger than 30 inches. We can fit something bigger than 30 inches in there, right? Because you've all tried to squeeze something into your trunk that just can't fit. And so generally when you try and squeeze something into your trunk, you usually try and go from a corner to a corner. And that's kind of what they've drawn here in this diagram. And so if you notice when we say corner to corner, we're referring to this corner to this corner. That is actually the longest piece that you can fit in that box. So now the question is, how do we find that? Well, what we do is we draw in a right triangle, and I think you've kind of had a problem like this before. But our right triangle is actually going to be located in the middle of the box. Here's going to be my right triangle. There's one side 18, that's a good one. This one, on the other hand, isn't so obvious, and we're going to have to find that. And then that will give us this side right here. So now, first of all, we need to find this side.
38.4.
So to find that side, you're going to notice that that is actually the hypotenuse of this right triangle. So in order to find that side, I'm going to use the Pythagorean theorem. And I'm going to use the fact that 24 squared plus 30 squared, oh, I'm in trouble, I guess, plus 30 squared equals d squared. Is that what you found?
Yeah, it was 38.4.
Okay. And so when you go through and solve that, you get d to equal what?
38.4.
38.4. Did somebody else get that?
Yep.
Okay. So now if I look at my triangle, I have 18, I have 38.4, and I need to find the hypotenuse. So let's go ahead and draw that out. So I have 18, I have 38.4, and we're going to call this x, and that's actually going to be then the longest thing that can fit in there. So Pythagorean theorem, 18 squared plus 38.4 squared equals x squared. What does x come out to be?
42.4.
42.4 inches.
What happened to the x not being like 36 because it twice 18?
It's not a 30, 60, 90 triangle.
Oh.
If you knew it was a 30, 60, 90 triangle, you could do that, and that would have been a great solution. The problem is we don't know that it's a 30, 60, 90. All right, let's look at another one. A 20-foot ladder reaches a window 18 feet high. So let's just draw something real quick. So you got a house, okay? You got your window. Yay!
House.
Okay, yeah, nice house. There you go. And so we know we got a ladder right here. And we know that this window is 18 feet high. And we know that this ladder is 20 feet. Now let's look at the next statement. How far is the foot of the ladder from the base of the building? So don't laugh at my house.
No, the
Okay.
line is just moved.
There you go. So we need to find x. So I have x squared plus 18 squared equals 20 squared. I know that 18 squared is 324. I know that 20 squared is 400. So I end up getting x squared equal to 76. So what does it come out to be? 8.7 feet. So let's look at the next statement. How far must the foot of the ladder be moved to lower the top of the ladder by 2 feet? So essentially, let's think about that. First of all, we know that this is 8.7, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, and it's 8.7. Now what they're saying is they're saying you want to lower the ladder 2 feet. So we're going to lower it to right here. And so I know that this distance now is 16. And the ladder still stays 20 feet. That doesn't change. So what I need to do now is find this side's length right here. So once again, that's going to be x squared plus 16 squared equals 20 squared. I know that 16 squared is what's 16 squared?
256.
256. And 20 squared is 400. So when I solve this, I end up getting x squared to equal, I'm having trouble with the pen, 144.
Oh, wait.
So x equals 12. So now that's the distance, it's 12. And so it asks, how far must the foot of the ladder be moved? Well, if this distance here is 12, and my existing distance was 8.7, in order to find that, you're going to take 12 minus 8.7, which is 3.3 feet. Okay? So that's how far the ladder must be moved. So today you've got story problems. This is what you need to do. On pages 498 and 499.
I'll stop now.
498 and 499, I need you to do 1 through 5. Okay? And that is due Monday at the start of class. Okay? 1 through 5.